He's been my best friend since childhood. Please welcome Chopper!
G'day, how's it going? Yeah, nice. I was having a chat with a total stranger earlier today. It got to about the 45-minute mark. I realised I hadn't spoken and I thought, do you know what? I reckon this guy's on meth. Yeah, then I looked down, he had one of those little methy bodies that I'm quite jealous of. He's also a grown adult riding a BMX bike. I think we can all agree that's pretty methy transport, you know what I mean? Somewhere out there, someone's little brother's like, oh, fucking bring it back, Daryl, you dog, you know? Recently, one of my mates got a spa. He was like, how good's that, Chopper? I got a spa. I'm like, no, mate, that's fucking weird and gross. He's like, what are you talking about? I'm like, mate, when you get a spa, what you're basically saying to people, you're basically saying, oi, do you and your wife want to come over to my place and have a bath with me and my wife? That's weird, isn't it, right? Like, what happens after that? Oh, hopefully Mum will dry us off and read us a story, you know? Like, that's only slightly less weird than being like, oi, do you and your wife want to come over and have a shower with me and my wife? Yeah, nothing weird, swimmers on. I'm not a total sex pest, but you know. Bottle of champagne, 4 mates in the shower having a laugh. And the thing that really creeps me out about a spa is after you've had a normal bath, what do? You get out, you pull out the plug, and you drain that skank and that filth out. But after you've had a spa, you put the lid on. Oh, like you're making soup out of spilt beer and BO. Just letting it simmer down to some sort of bogan master stock, you know? Next time you're in there and your Speedo's like a little dumpling just absorbing all that flavour. Wondering why you've got tinea in your armpits. Ah, dear. Rich people have weird hobbies. You know, like big game hunting. You heard about this? Big game hunting. Oh, look at me, everyone. I shot an elephant. Fuck, you must be the real sniper then, aren't you? What are you hunting next? A block of flats or a caravan? Anyway, the other day I was having a Vietnamese pork roll. I was having a banh mi, right? I was sitting there enjoying it. I thought, you know what? I reckon the Vietnam War would have easily been the most delicious war. Now, don't get me wrong, they're all wars. None of them are great. You're always in someone else's country shooting at them, but at least at the end of a long day of doing that in Vietnam, come home, have a banh mi. Probably the hardest part about being in the Vietnam War is you'd be out in the jungle, you know, and then you get a guy in your sights and you're like, shit. What if he's the guy who makes my banh mi? Then I was thinking about some of the other wars, you know, World War II, spending a lot of time in France, eating a lot of French food, you know. Madam in the front row, how you going, legend? Have you eaten much French food, mate? No. Well, it's quite rich. It's quite heavy. And after you've had a big French meal, you don't feel like doing much. You certainly don't feel like repelling the Nazi blitzkrieg, right? And then when you have a look at what French people have for breakfast, you're like, oh my God, of course you lost that war. Of course you lost every war. This is what French people have for breakfast, and this is the adults, right? They have a bowl of hot chocolate, like some sort of diabetic cat. And, I can't overpronounce this enough, a croissant. Come on, you can't win a war having hot chocolate and croissant for breakfast. That's insane. Especially when you compare it to what the Germans had for breakfast in World War II, and what the Germans had for breakfast in World War II was methamphetamine. Yeah, start of World War II, Nazi High Command gave out 35 million tablets of Pervitin, methamphetamine. They're like, there you go, Fritz, crush that up, snort it off the butt of your gun. Achtung! Yeah! Half an hour later, the dude's hanging out of a tank, going 100 k's an hour across the French countryside with eyes like saucers, just being like, let's blitz the Scheiße out of this Krieg! There's some SS dude next to him on his little brother's BMX bike, just being like, But imagine if someone burst into this room right now, just poof, through the doors up the back, just came in and yelled out, oh my God, I just saw a fight between a man on methamphetamine and a man eating a quokka. You wouldn't even bother asking who won, would you? Hey, you guys are awesome. Thanks so much.